Coming up on Valley News Live at 10, tips to protect your vehicle as thieves are targeting one specific car park.
How the shortage of healthcare workers is hitting some local families hard.
Plus, how North Dakota leaders are hoping a new online portal will keep kids out of foster care. Valley News Live at 10 starts right now.
This is Valley News Live at 10.
Roadways have moisture on them throughout the viewing area. In some areas, it's snow. In the FM Metro, roads are wet and will only be getting icier as the temps drop.
Which means that tomorrow's drive to work or school will be challenging no matter where you are.
Let's begin with the very latest on what's out there and what it's going to look like in the morning. Hutch is here to lead us off. Hutch?
Thanks so much, and everybody, good evening. Things have been soupy throughout the day, but deteriorating conditions into the evening hours. Here's a quick look at the North Dakota Department of Transportation website's condition report on area roads. Anywhere you see the purples and the yellows, we have some very slippery conditions developing here throughout the valley, and some areas with wet roads that will be freezing up. And this condition will continue to deteriorate tonight. So make sure you check valleynewslive.com. and click on the weather page and the road conditions report for the latest in your area. Heaviest snow right now in our area is north of Highway 2, moving out of Thief River and pushing up towards northern reaches of Marshall County, Minnesota. We do see the Devil's Lake Basin with more snow out to the west. Now, Fargo's seen very little in the way of snowfall. We have had freezing drizzle for the better part of at least a couple of hours tonight, coating area roads with ice, so slippery roads for all. We'll continue to track this, but we do have some reduced visibility with the gusty winds over 35 and 40 miles per hour making their way in. I'll have hour-by-hour details on what you can expect when you rise and shine first thing in the morning, and we'll talk about that mighty cold air that is right on the doorstep here in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
We have a warning tonight from local police. Catalytic converters are a big target for local thieves lately. They're taking them from vehicles and selling the metal. Valley News Team's Courtney Lockey joins us live now with some tips on how you can protect yourself and your vehicle. Courtney?
Yeah, Mike, before I get into some of those tips, I want to show you just what these thieves are after. Now, all of our vehicles have catalytic converters because it's the law. They help take out some of those fumes that are harmful to the environment, and without it, your car would probably sound a little bit funky. Now, some of them are going to be in the front, close to your engine here, but the majority of them, as you're seeing in this video, are going to be up underneath your car. Now, the increase in thefts may be coming from an increase on the price of scrap metal. You can get several $100s for one converter. Now, let's take a look at this map from Fargo Police. You can see where the thefts are happening. The majority of them are in North Fargo business parking lots where thieves can target multiple cars at once. We just got a report yesterday of several cars targeted at Solo Drywall. That's off 53rd Avenue South in Fargo. Now, since August, police have taken nearly 100 reports of thefts in town. 30 of those have been within the last month.
What I have noticed is they are getting a little bit more crafty with it. In the past, I've seen a lot of chops coming out of them. They just kind of hack them off. This last one, they actually unbolted the part from the vehicle and then only did minimal cutting. So they are getting a little bit more crafty in how they do it.
Though they may be getting craftier, there are some things that you can do to protect yourself still. For one, if you have a garage, you should park in there. If not, park in a well-lit area or as close to the doors as you can. One other thing to keep in mind, cameras can work as a deterrent for these thieves. Now, if you hear or see anything suspicious, you should give police a call. Live in Fargo, Courtney Lockey, Valley News Live.
Thanks so much, Courtney. And we have Fargo Dispatch's number on your screen now. It's 701-451-7660.
Police are issuing a silver alert for Theodore Heath of Bismarck. He's a 70-year-old white male, last seen around 1:30 this afternoon at Edgewood Vista Assisted Living Facility in Bismarck. He's believed to be on foot, not dressed for the weather. He was wearing a face mask with a husky dog on it, a Vietnam vet baseball hat, and a red or blue jacket. Police say he's about 6'1", 212 pounds, with hazel eyes and gray hair. If you have any idea where he might be, contact your local law enforcement. Yesterday's silver alert for a 76-year-old Devil's Lake man has been canceled. Law enforcement found Thomas Townsend dead this morning in the Starkweather area. The Ramsey County Sheriff's Office says it is still investigating.
A shortage of home health care nurses in North Dakota has left one family in limbo, as having an home provider is the only way their now 7-month-old son can come home for the first time.
That's the hardest part, yeah. It's just like, yeah, you're missing out on all like this time.
We don't really feel like the parents at this point. We just feel like visitors.
The Hartmans recently made the move to Fargo from Litchfield, North Dakota for better odds at securing a home nurse. They say while they're on the top of a waiting list, it's still unknown how much longer it'll be. And in a statement to Valley News Live, Sanford Health says the nursing shortage is not unique to the state of North Dakota, saying families who have children with complex medical needs are significantly more impacted as the care requires more training, around-the-clock shifts in someone's home, and the need for backup staff.
86% of doctors believe mental health issues and depression will be the biggest non-COVID issue to stem from the pandemic. Minnesota Senator Tina Smith is introducing 2 bipartisan bills to address the issue. The Stopping the Mental Health Pandemic Act would authorize federal grant funding for states, tribes, and communities to invest in behavioral health-related technology, crisis intervention, and training. Smith says this problem won't go away quickly.
And I think longer term, there's a lot of work that we need to do beyond COVID to make mental health care services more easily accessible. This is an issue in big cities and small towns and rural areas, and it's not going to go away once we make it through this pandemic.
Smith hopes to include the bill in the COVID relief package.
For many kids in the foster care system, help is coming too late. That's what Human Services is trying to fix through a new program that allows it to step in sooner so children never have to enter the system. Healthy Families is the North Dakota's only approved provider of new Title IV prevention services. It allows states to access funding for programs that have been approved to help children stay out of foster care. It's a voluntary home visiting program that supports families with newborns, available in 11 counties. The department has launched a new online portal which allows parents and caregivers to find out if they're eligible.
This is the first step in building a foundation of evidence-based prevention services across the state.
The state is looking for more service providers who can offer prevention services. For more information or to access the portal, click on this story on our Valley News Live app.
North Dakota could be expanding paid leave for employees. If approved, a bill would give up to 66% of an employee's income for up to 12 weeks with no cost to the taxpayer or the business. Other states are making it a requirement. In North Dakota, buying in would be optional. Opting in for an employee would mean paying 6 cents for every $10 of income. Employers who participate would receive tax credits.
This program that we've designed takes away any mandate. It is completely optional for both the employer and the employee to participate in it. So it's just another tool for the business and another tool for the employee if they should have this need.
Those against the bill say if it passes, they would question offering PTO since the program would cover much of their obligation.
A new round of hospitality grants are coming from the state of North Dakota to help struggling businesses. The funds are helping hotels with expenses to get them through the rough year. Eligible businesses can apply between February 4th and the 25th. Looking for work, roughly 13,000 jobs are available across North Dakota. According to the state, that number stands roughly 17% less than this time last year, but up almost 3% from last month. The Labor Department predicts all job markets will continue to grow through 2029, with the exception of administrative work, farming, fishing, and forestry.
Trying to stay one step ahead of the coronavirus. Up next on Valley News Live at 10, what researchers are doing to gain an advantage over dangerous mutations.
And we are tracking snow and freezing drizzle across the valley. A slippery start to your day is expected on Thursday, and then the wind and the cold take hold. I'll have the frosty and frigid details coming up right after this.